Okay, guys, we can finally talk about it. Metro 2039. I got the chance to see it early, which is why this video exists and why I was able to put it up right as like the trailer drops and everything. And it's because 4A Games reached out, gave me the chance to see it early. I got to see a deep dive discussion of the game, and I'm here to talk about it with you as part of this sponsored video. So shout out to 4A Games for offering me this chance to see the game early and making this whole video possible. It's awesome. Metro 2039 is, of course, the brand new entry that's coming this winter to the Metro franchise. If somehow you're not familiar, this is a dystopian post-apocalyptic FPS series, and the last mainline Metro game was Metro Exodus back in 2019. So fans have been waiting a while for this game. And what we got today were two key things. We got a cinematic trailer that highlights the tone, the presentation style, and also just how dark this game is expected to be, both visually and thematically. They reiterated this a few times to those of us who saw this early, and that was just simply that this is going to be a truly dark and serious game. Like they're not trying to sugarcoat it. They mentioned that like they're not trying to turn this into like a theme park version of the post-apocalypse. It's bad. Like things are bad. This is not gonna be a feel-good game, I have a feeling. This is gonna tell a dark and gritty story, and they are unapologetic in that, which I really respect. Instead of like it being kind of kitschy and campy over here, but then dark and serious over here, they're just being real and being like, hey guys, this is gonna be dark. They also showcased a lot of like really dark and surrealist imagery, like with the chains here being the most notable point and theme throughout the whole trailer, with these chains that are keeping him tied back constantly and then eventually engulfing and enveloping him. I just love this kind of stuff that's really trippy and mind melting. And while it is just a cinematic, the whole point of a cinematic is to set the stage and help you understand what like the tone is, what they're going for, both when it comes to the story and then of course also with the gameplay. And I'm expecting this game to get really trippy and really crazy and scary. I fully expect that this is going to be one of those games that if you play it in the dark with your headphones on, it's going to be unsettling, to put it lightly. I mean, you just look on screen right now. I think you get the vibe. You get what I'm talking about, you know? I don't feel like I need to explain it too much. And honestly, and maybe this is just me, but it's like weirdly refreshing to see a game that is unapologetically dark and serious and gritty, because like so many games nowadays try to do that like comic book blockbuster movie thing. I think we all know the kinds of movies I'm talking about, where everything is kind of sarcastic and sassy and silly, and it's just, it undermines the weight of the narrative, you know, when you do that, when you have a serious situation and then the protagonist is constantly cracking jokes about everything. It's the same thing that's also infected game writing and has really, I think, held back a lot of AAA games when it comes to the narrative. And so to see this game, which is just, again, unapologetically dark, it knows what it is and it's not trying to be anything else, I just find that refreshing. What was also refreshing is when we actually saw gameplay and real-time cinematics demonstrated to show what the game currently looks like in development, and just every little bitty detail. Like as you look around, not only they call this diegetic UI, when the UI is kind of integrated into the character model, but also you can see that like the little ice particles on the gun, like if I enhance, like the little bitty ice particles on the edge of the gun, on his glove and everything, it's just crazy detailed. It's so well done. It's really, really cool. And one of the things they also mentioned was just how like all of the environments have been built with what they call frozen stories. So they want it so as you go through the game, when you pause and you look around an environment, you can kind of tell what happened there. They aren't just throwing bodies on the floor and be like, it's good, it's post-apocalyptic, whatever. They are thinking through each and every step of like, why is this creature hanging out of that little window? Why is this creature over here actually broken down and their body's decomposed, whereas this one isn't? So that one must have come at this time, this one came at the other time. And it's those little details that I think really add to it and really enhance it. Like that guy right there. Uh-oh. And dude, how smooth was that animation when it just swoops in? The lighting is also crazy. I mean, come on. Come on. I'm just gonna play that back because again, it's just silky. Look at this. Swoops right in. The other ones come in. You run down the stairs. I think right about here, it's going to transition into a cutscene once he gets to the bottom. That's also so smooth. That's why we ADS friends. And then I think this is where it goes to cutscene. The sound design is also really good. Little stabby stab. See the other survivors. Close the door. Bro. It looks pretty good. it looks pretty good. What can I say? So let me give you my overarching thoughts just to wrap this up after, of course, seeing this stuff and then also hearing the devs talk about it very directly and describing what they kind of aim to accomplish with this game. I think it's pretty clear that Metro 2039 knows exactly what it's trying to be, and it is unapologetic in that pursuit. It's trying to tell a very real story about human nature itself, and it's doing that in a very dark and grounded way, utilizing a bunch of technical advancements that they've made with their proprietary engine. They stressed multiple times that this is a tool set that they've built and they've optimized to make this kind of game. This is not one of those Unreal Engine, you know, pick off the shelf kind of engine games. No, this is what they've built for this game specifically, and it's going to allow them to do a lot of things that you probably have not seen with other games using more standard tool sets. But perhaps the most evident thing to me was just how passionate the team is with this game. Like, it's very, very clear that this is not a game that was born out of spreadsheets or born out of obligation or something, like some directive from an executive somewhere. Like, it's very clear that this is a game they wanted to make. They are passionate about what it is, and they can't wait for people to see it. And given what we've seen, both with the cinematic trailer demonstrating the tone, the artistic flair, everything they're trying to do narratively as well, but then also the gameplay snippet that we got, I'm thoroughly intrigued. So truly, thank you to 4A Games for sponsoring this video and making it possible and allowing me to see it early so I could make this video. And if you want to know more about the game, you can actually check it out on their website right now. Links in the description box below and in the pinned comment. So if you want to find out anything about it, you can check it out there. You can also make sure to wishlist it or favorite it or whatever you need to do for your preferred platform so that you can make sure that you're notified whenever there's development updates or new trailers, or even just to get notified when the game goes on sale this winter. But with that, that's going to do it for me. Thank you again to 4A Games. Thank you to you guys for watching. Let me know what you think of this, and if you agree that it looks pretty bonkers. I'll see you in the next one. Hugs and kisses, my friends. Much love. Bye-bye.